Hi and welcome to this lesson on keyword optimizing a page with keywords that you researched prior to optimizing the page. Notice that using keywords within a page is one SEO ranking factor, and sometimes some people wonder, where do we put these keywords? So in the current case, I'll use this as an example. Right here we have got a page which contains a game. What you have in gray right here, it's a game. It's a zombie type of a game, which is like an interactive quiz on World War One facts. So students will learn World War One, learn about World War One, and some facts related to it through multiple choice questions. So this is what the quiz is covering, but let's leave that aside for now. The goal is to show you the keywords in this page and where we have optimized this page for those keywords. In the current case, we're having the keyword World War One facts quiz zombie game online. We have done research to this on this keyword prior to now. It's a long tail keyword, but within this long tail keyword, what stands out is World War One facts. It's also a keyword that has a high search volume. So we did a long tail extension of it with this whole zombie game, since the game that we are covering with this topic is the zombie game. So this right here is the keyword, and if you notice, this is the H1 tag. So if I highlight all of that here in green, it's the H1 tag, and notice below the bottom left hand corner, that is the H1 tag. It's an H1 tag, so that's the heading of this page. What we see when we land on the page is this in green, and it's the H1 tag, and notice that it contains that keyword. If you also look at the text, which is like the page description, notice here it's paragraph. We have written a description of that game or the activity, what it is all about, and within that description you will find this same keyword appearing one time here. For a page description, if you're writing a blog topic, for example, this page description for good practice could be as long as possible. It could be 2,000 words, it could be whatever. But what I'm trying to show you through this exercise here is the fact that we have integrated this keyword seamlessly in the description of the page. So that's the second place. So we have the keyword in the H1 tag, we have it within the text description of that page, and it doesn't end there. We also have this the keyword, that long tail, within the URL structure, the permalink structure. Look at that. Kids Social Studies Zombie Game World War One facts quiz.html. We have also put in this keyword, and we notice that the head keyword I'm really focused on is the World War One facts quiz, and it's in there with zombie game as well. So we find it in the URL structure. It doesn't only end there. We also have it in the page title. Notice right at the top, you'll see that that keyword also appears in there. The thing is, this is Dreamweaver, and the interface is slightly different from WordPress. But whatever platform you're using, they always provide to develop your website, whatever platform you're using to create your website, there's always provision for the page title, the H1 tag, the permalink structure, and the content of the page. And within that content of the page, you can have your keywords, maybe one time or two times or three times, depending on the length of the description of that content. This is a good practice for optimizing a page. Another beauty with Dreamweaver is that we can work in the design interface. This is the design interface, as you can see, that we are working on. But you can also work on the coding side of things. If you are more familiar with codes and you prefer codes, you can go with the code section. And if you look at the code section, it clearly shows you that the green text that I showed you at the top is the H1. It's an H1 tag. That's why you see this closing and opening tag, H1 here and H1, and within it we have the keyword. Also, that's the page content. Within it you will see the same keyword that I mentioned as I showed you in the design section. But what you can also see in this code section is the SEO section of things. Here in terms of SEO title, this is the page title, which we saw here, which also contains the keyword. So it's there, you can see the title tag, within it the keyword. Then we have the meta name and meta keywords, which is that I put it in there. And then the page has what we call the meta description. Here's the meta description, and here it is. If you look at it, within it the keyword also appears, so it's a description of what the page is about. This is what you see when you type for a keyword and Google shows up the result. you'll find that the page title will appear there, but also the meta keyword is going to appear. So this is it for the keywords. You'll notice that again, I repeat, in the title, page title, in the H1 tag, in the meta description, and the meta keywords on the page. This is for Dreamweaver, but in WordPress the same principles apply. They are not different. So this right here is just a simple exercise to show you the different places where we put in our keywords. We integrate our keywords within our content structure, and if you do this, Google is going to understand, or any search engine is going to understand, that this page is about that keyword. So that was it for optimizing a page with Dreamweaver and integrating the keywords in different parts of the page. Thanks for listening.